Hey everyone, how's it going? In my last video, you saw me take apart the felt, and I wanted this upload to be the restoration video. However, when I was inspecting the frame after taking apart the bike, it needed more than just scratch repair. So I'm going to go ahead and repaint the bike. So instead of doing the restoration video today, I'm going to give you guys something else. It's something I was planning on doing a few bike builds from now because I do have other bikes that I do want to paint. But it's going to be a budget paint booth for bikes. I'm going to go over all the specific attachments and whatnot that you're going to need to make this. This is going to be made out of PVC, but before I get into what you need, because I kind of did video footage of it with it pre-cut already, I started with 5 10-foot half-inch PVC pipes, and then I also bought 2 additional 2 feet pre-cut PVC pipes that are also half-inch. You could probably just get yourself another 10-foot PVC pipe and cut it yourself. It would be marginally cheaper and you would have more. However, keep in mind, I used half-inch PVC because it's A, cheaper, B, I'm not making something terribly big. And if you're going to expand on the size that I chose to do, you might not be able to get away with only using half-inch PVC pipe unless you like brace it more, which means more attachments, which is all fine. Just know that you're going to have to potentially cut it more. So what I did, I think, is pretty close to the limits of the rigidity for the size with the half-inch PVC pipe and the minimum amount of attachments that I used. But I think it's going to work perfectly for my needs. Yeah, and also just consider that the spatial volume I'm doing is specifically for painting a bike. I think you could paint quite a lot in the space that I created, and I'll show you that in a minute. However, like it's the paint bike, so if you want to paint something bigger, maybe consider using thicker PVC pipe or bracing it significantly more than I did. Alright, as you can see with the math, we had 50 feet of PVC pipe, which comes out to be 600 inches, and as you can see, I'm a little short of that by 36 inches. I don't know why I didn't factor this into my design, knowing that I'd have this leftover PVC pipe. I could have gone in any direction as far as height, width, or depth. Maybe this was actually a better idea in the long run, but I decided to take that extra 36 inches, cut it into 4 9-inch pieces, and get 4 of the adapters. So now I can change the height, width, or depth by 9 inches, which I'm not going to do the math on like how many cubic feet that is, but it's a decent bit of space to add in any direction. If you're smarter than me and more sure than me about what your exact needs are, you could just factor that 9-inch extension in whichever direction you want to do. Alright, so as you can see, we're just kind of getting things started. We're not pulling things taut. So kind of what I did was started with one corner of the plastic and matched it up with this corner. Sorry for the washing machine in the background. But just kind of ran the line of the cut along this way up to the top. these tape pieces are temporary. This isn't taunt yet intentionally. Just trying to get a rough idea of how it's going to go around this thing. All right, so the next big thing is once you get the plastic around your base, that's when you're going to want to start doing some more permanent taping. And I guess this first piece isn't a terrible first piece. Yeah, you just really want to start pulling things taut after this step. Alright everyone, so here we are in the mock. Like I said, this is a mock setup version of the budget paint booth here. As you can see, I didn't do a super clean job with the taping. I wanted to only use the Scotch Blue painter's tape. Sorry with the light there. However, it wasn't strong enough, so I broke out the actual legitimate heavy-duty tape, which pretty much just looks like duct tape, but it's extremely grippy. Like, even on this top surface stuff right here, I didn't have to apply any pressure from the back for it to get like hold. I didn't do a very clean job, but I just threw a fan in here, and honestly, even with this much slack, I think it's going to be fine for what I'm doing. There is plenty of, sorry, excuse the bike parts. I don't know if it's really visible, but excess slack right here. Alright, so that's pretty much it. It's a bit of a ghetto setup, but I think it's going to get the job done, as well as make my house smell. If you want to see the finished paint booth, per se, you're going to have to tune in to the felt restoration, which will be the next upload. But if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe, and leave a comment if you have any questions. I know I wasn't super thorough. I definitely recommend, if you want to paint stuff, that you build something like this. I just don't recommend that you do it in your house. So yeah, have a good day.